What's up guys, Pete here, and today's video is going to be well worth a watch, so make sure you watch it all the way through from start to finish. So I've done a similar video to this in the past. In fact, it was one of my first videos that I ever did on this channel, but I'm still getting a lot of questions from you guys privately. How much money does it actually take to start this Amazon thing, to start my FBA business, to launch a product? How much money do you recommend that I start with for optimal performance? So my goal and mission in this video is to definitely sort of clear up all those questions, kind of debunk this age-old question once and for all, even though I definitely won't. But you'll definitely get a clear picture in this video and hopefully get to see things a little bit through a higher lens and make an informed decision in regards to your own business. Oh, and by the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel, then go ahead and do so, and please also like this video and comment on this video. Tell you the truth, it helps me out and it gets my video picked up by the YouTube algorithm and helps me grow. So yeah, help out the cause. Alright, so if any of you guys have watched my previous video that I mentioned where I did this topic, this is a very similar kind of guide that I made, and we're just going to go through it again. I'm just going to have a little bit of a different take on it this time. It's not going to be so much about, what the gurus won't tell you. I'm just going to tell you how this business is, hopefully in a more eloquent manner than I did in my first video, because I was still very new to YouTube. Still am new to YouTube, but I had a harder time back then getting my point across and just talking clearly and just doing everything like that. So please stay to the end of this video because this will be well worth your time, especially if you're a beginner and someone who's looking to get into this business, on the fence, all of the above. So what do you say we get into it right now? So what I'm going to teach here may seem obvious, but you don't know what you don't know. And it doesn't matter how smart of a mentor or guide or personal guru that you have by your side. You really don't understand these things fully. You don't grasp these concepts fully until you actually get involved, get in the trenches, and start doing this stuff every day for yourself. There are always going to be some harsh lessons that you have to learn, and there's no course or mastermind or coaching that's can always prepare you for this stuff. So obviously I'm doing my best in this video to do that, but for some people this stuff always goes through one ear and out the other. I can't help that. Don't be one of those people. All right, let's get into a few preconceived notions about this whole Amazon thing. So number one is you can make a ton of money in a short period of time. 2, gross sales equals the actual money that you pocket and bring home to the bank. 3, scaling is really easy and takes no time or money. Number 4, you can quit your job in a matter of months and somehow own a Lamborghini or the supercar of your choice. Well guys, turns out, I'm sorry to say, but all 4 of these things are false. But it's not all bad, right? It's not all bad. I promise I'm going to get into the good stuff and the positives and the reasons why you should be starting an Amazon business in a minute. So number 1, you can make a ton of money in a short period of time. Well, that's just not true for any cash flow intensive business, Amazon being one of them. See, in this business, we actually have to purchase product up front in bulk, ship it over to Amazon, get it selling, and then continuously be reinvesting those profits and reordering more units, more inventory, new products, more products, expanding our product line. It's a constant reinvestment cycle, which is referred to as cash flow, right? It's a cash flow business. And obviously, you hit a certain point where you are profiting in a big way once you can get cash flow positive. But this takes a little bit of time, and it takes a lot more time than the majority of people out there are willing to admit. Okay, this is not like stock trading or crypto or things like that. Like, you're not going to just make a huge sum of money in an instant, right? This is a long game. This is a real business that has real cash flow. Gross sales equals the money you actually bring home to the bank. That's probably one of the biggest ones. And, you guys always see these fancy sales numbers that people are flashing. I did 500K last month. I did 100K. I did $1 million, whatever the number may be. And you get so excited and drooling dog, right? Here's the thing, guys. Very few people actually will disclose what their profit is. And in my estimation, profit is the only thing that really matters. Now, gross sales are very important as well. Obviously, it's a sign that you are able to generate revenue. It's a sign, sort of a sign of like, I don't want to say health of your business, but just the ability for you to generate money. But at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but we are not running non-for-profit or charity organizations with our Amazon FBA businesses. If you are, then all the more power to you. I have the most support and respect for you. But in regards to the Amazon thing, guys, most of us, I assume, are doing this to make money and to make a profit, right? Here's the thing. It's pretty widely accepted that if you can get a product profit margin at around 40 or 50%, that you're really doing it up right and that you're crushing it and you're doing well. That is true. Getting a product profit margin for a product at around 40 or 50% is very good, meaning that, you know, if you sell a product for $20 on Amazon, if you can net $10 out of that $20 sale, then that's a great thing, guys, and that's something that, you know, not many people are actually able to pull off. But here's the thing. A large majority of people are not doing that. A large majority of people who have these $500,000 a month or $100,000 a month or $1 million a month, you know, they're actually making a 10 or 15 or 20% profit margin. In fact, their margins sometimes are so slim that I don't even know how they're paying their taxes at the end of the year, because here's how I look at it, guys. More money equals more problems. I would much rather have a $100,000 per month Amazon business that is doing an overall net business margin of 35% than a $1 million per month Amazon business that is doing, you know, like a 5 or 10% profit margin. I will take the less gross sales business but a much healthier business any day of the week over that other example that I just laid out. You're going to encounter a whole lot of headache and just pains in the butts if you have that big scaled up business but you're not bringing in a lot of profit. You're going to be having minor heart attacks at the end of each year because, I mean, how are you going to pay how are you going to pay for anything, essentially? Scaling is easy. The reason I say yes/no is because in comparison to virtually any other business out there, you know, scaling is easy for the Amazon business, guys. I mean, one of the reasons why this business is so amazing is the fact that we can invest a couple $1,000s with the potential upside of being almost unlimited, right? You can't do that with a stock. And here's the thing, with a stock or something, I mean, you have no control over that. How do you know whether Apple is going to be up or down tomorrow? Nobody on the planet knows that, even if they claim to. But with Amazon, if you really know what you're doing and you're dialed in, and you have the proper training/coaching, well, it's pretty predictable what you're able to pull off, especially given the fact that we have such amazing tools and softwares at our disposal in today's day and age, where we can literally have a bird's eye view and see exactly what certain products are pulling in every month. I mean, we're able to plan and budget and have expectations. For most other businesses, I mean, that's not a reality. I mean, we have a very, very big advantage in that regard. So the reason I have no /no is just the fact that, you know, it's going to require more capital investment. Now, not a lot of capital investment in comparison to other businesses, again, but it will require more capital investment, and that's all just unique to each individual person, right? All right, you can quit your job and within a year you'll somehow own a Lamborghini. Well, guys, that's not true. I mean, if you listen to any of the 3 previous points I just made, then you can pretty much assume that that's not true. A lot of people are preaching that and pitching that, you know, because they want you to buy their course and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. You know, I understand, you know, people want to make money by selling courses and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not hating on it. I'm an entrepreneur myself, and I totally get it, and I'm in support of anyone who's trying to, you know, make money. But hold on to your full-time job, guys. Hold on to your job for a while. Use your current job to finance this Amazon FBA business that you want to start, and hold on to that job as long as you can take it. That's my advice. Hold on to it as long as you can while still being able to devote an adequate amount of time to your Amazon business, because you're going to have such an easier time scaling and getting off the ground and continuing to scale your Amazon business if you can hold on to that nice secondary or primary source of income, you know, that comes from your current job. So guys, don't quit your job. Hold on to that job. You're going to thank me for it later. Have a little bit of patience, okay? Don't get completely sucked into the shiny object syndrome, which we all do on occasion, myself included. The reality is, like I said, this business is meant for the long game. You must have a consistent, growth-oriented mindset if you want to be successful. What wins in e-commerce is pressure over time. A great quote. I can't remember where it came from. You always see people flashing these sales numbers. How much is profit? You know, I make $800K per month on Amazon. Well, to an experienced person, and hopefully that'll be you at the end of this video, well, that means nothing, guys. That means nothing to me. All that means is potentially the guy or the girl is doing an incredible job selling products on Amazon, but we don't know for a fact. We don't know because they don't disclose what their profit is. And guys, you can sell $4 million a month in profit and be negative. You can be in the red. All that matters is profit at the end of the day. I know I've said it a million times, but there you have it. All right, here's the good stuff, guys. Let's take a real life scenario of what you could expect. This is sort of how it works, okay? Product 1, let's say we launched it January 1st, 2018. We ordered 500 units. We have a landed cost of $4 per unit. So that means our total cost is $2,000 out of pocket right up front before we sell a unit, correct? We sell this product for $20 on Amazon. If we do the fees plus the product cost plus everything, we have a total profit margin of 50% because we are making $10. We're making $10 net from this $20 sale price product. We finally get around to launching this product, okay, and what do we have to do, right? We have to run a giveaway in order to spike that sales velocity, spike that conversion rate, and get ranked and start making full price sales. So let's say you determine that I have to give away 200 units of this product in order to achieve my goals. Okay, well, let's say all goes well, you pull it off, you do a great job with your launch, and you are now left with 300 units to sell at full price because you gave away the 200 to get ranked. Let's say by day 15 or so, you're starting to make full price sales, and you're selling 10 units a day at a $10 net profit. Well, how much time, guys, does it take to place an order in China and have it delivered to FBA? The answer is at least 30 days if you're shipping by air. If you're shipping by ocean, it's going to take longer. So with this logic, right, when would the smartest time be to place the reorder for your second order of this product? Most logical answer is the day that your first order actually lands at Amazon. Okay, and let's say by now we know that this product is going to start selling. Like we know, we did the work, we got it ranked, we know that we are able to sustain this ranking. Like we know we got a winner on our hands. Like this is a product that I want to keep investing money into because it's going to be a long-term asset for me. So what do we decide to do? Well, we decide to reorder 1,000 this time instead of 500 because we want to have a little bit of a bigger buffer for our next order. So let's recap. You're down $2K from your first order. You've maybe achieved $700 to $1,000 in sales by day 15 if you're lucky. You're now out $4K from your reorder of 1,000. How long will it take for you to actually break even on this endeavor? Well, it'll take a couple months for sure. And what needs to happen again after those couple months go up and you're continuing to sell units? Reorder again, and possibly even more this time if you want to be more aggressive. That's all for just one product. What happens now if you actually want to source a second product or a third product? What happens now? Well, the same thing. You're going to just keep sort of setting yourself back. I don't mean setting yourself back in a negative way. It's a bad use of phrase, but you kind of understand what I'm saying, right? You're gonna delay your actual profitability, which can sometimes, well, oftentimes, it's actually a good, smart business decision, which is why that I tell you to hold on to that full-time job longer than you want because it's going to pay off in a big, big way for you down the road. Here's sort of my final take on this whole thing. So you can read this. It takes time to become profitable and cash flow positive with these businesses, and the more new products you release, the longer this will take. Hold on to your full-time job and use it to finance your Amazon business. And if it makes sense, there are ways to leverage low-interest loans, things of that nature. There's all sorts of these new startup companies in regards to e-commerce sellers that offer these very unique sort of payment/lending options that I've kind of never seen before. There's a ton of them out there that could possibly be the answer for you and help you out. And one last thing, I just want to reiterate this 100%. Am I discouraging you from starting this business? Absolutely not. It is still one of the best, if not the best, business models out there to start for the little capital that is required to start this business for the potential just almost unlimited upside. If you wanted to buy a franchise, it's going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, right, to start a franchise. If you wanted to start any brick and mortar business, it's going to cost you a lot of money and a lot more headache. Once you have this sort of down to a science, I mean, you can almost predictably know what your numbers are going to be. You can plan accordingly, and you can just be so dialed in, unlike virtually any other business out there to my knowledge. So again, I'm sorry if this is a bit repetitive for the people who watched my video way back when. I mean, it was like 4 months ago, so probably forgot it all by now anyway. But if you're new, if this is the first time you viewed this video, I hope it was an eye-opener for you because, guys, these are lessons that I didn't think about when I first started this business because everyone is naive. Most people are naive when they first start something that's brand new, and there's just so many things that go into it. Most of the time, we're always obsessing over ways to get our products ranked. We're obsessing over the latest greatest hack or this, that, and the other. And we tend to overlook the very vital and important real business lessons that are involved in running and sustaining a profitable business, okay? It's not always about the hacks or the secrets or the ninja stuff, like it's not always about that. It's about actually having the skills and the know-how to operate a fully functioning and profitable business. This is the boring stuff, and this is the stuff that's not very exciting that a lot of people like to sort of blissfully ignore, as I would say. All right, so I kind of just want to end it there, and guys, I'm just going to plug my free course real quick because, as you can see, as I highlighted in this video, it's more cash flow intensive than you think to start these businesses. I recommend that you start with at least a few $1,000s. I mean, the ideal would be $3,000 to $5,000 to start this Amazon FBA business. Can you start it for $500 or $300 or whatever some of these other people are saying? Yeah, you can, but you're going to pretty much set yourself up for failure, and that's not smart. So set aside more than you think. Always set aside more than you think. Set away a few K, all the way up to 5K potentially, depending on the cost of your product. Maybe you're going after a bit of a higher ticket item in which your initial capital investment is going to be higher, an $8 product than it would a $3 product. Kind of common sense, right? However it makes sense to you guys. I mean, you have to allocate more than you think because, like I said, reorders, that's the name of the game in this business, and new products, extending your brand product line. So much more comforting and better scenario to set yourself up, maximize your success chance by using and starting with a bit of a higher budget than you would imagine. So $3,000 to $5,000, ideal range for starting this business. Well, luckily for you, I have a completely free Amazon FBA course. Like I have said, $0, 65 videos or so of pure content. The most value that I've ever seen in a free course. My totally unbiased opinion. No, but seriously, guys, I could easily sell this course for $500, no problem there. And I'm giving it to you for free. I put in a lot of work to it. I pretty much spill all the beans, tell you exactly my strategies for running my businesses, and I even give you my SOPs, my Google Sheets. I give you everything in a blueprint in a step-by-step order. You can download them for yourself. And yeah, I mean, it's an amazing value that costs you $0. So nothing to lose there. So guys, I'm signing out. I really appreciate your time. Hope this video was valuable. Catch you later. Have a good day.